Welcome to BS Draftcast, where we are Brandon and Steven, and we're back at you with Week 9 NFL coverage. Little later than usual. We usually do 10 a.m., but we wanted to give everyone a shot to ask questions. I know a lot of people aren't up at 10 a.m. in the morning on Saturday, so we just delayed it a little bit, and we're going to run it now. Hope we can get some questions, help you guys out with some fantasy football questions. If you are in here from last week, let us know how we did on your helping you guys out picking your lineups. If it benefited you, if it didn't benefit you, let us know either way. We're here for the criticism and the give us a little pat on the back if we did good. We appreciate everyone. As always, I have Steven on the other line. Steven, how you doing today?
I'm doing good, man. Yeah, I'm doing good. Just chilling.
Love to hear it. Love to hear it. All right, man. Well, let's dive right into this week 9 of football. The Jets, they seemed like they figured it out last week against the Texans, man. Had a pretty good game, 21-13. We put a bet in on the Jets last week. Jets minus 2.5, covered with ease. Other than the dumbass that scored a touchdown, well, almost scored a touchdown and then dropped the ball right before he got in the end zone. I don't know how it's 2024 and we still have that happening, but it is what it is. Devontae Adams finally got his first touchdown as a Jet. And Joe Mixon cost me $5,000. I sent it to you. I don't know why Joe Mixon wasn't on the field. So if any Texan staff is on here listening for some reason, if you could explain why Joe Mixon wasn't on the field, I'd be greatly appreciated because you cost me $5,000 by Joe Mixon not getting 6 yards. That's all I needed. But with that being said, let's start the game. Let's start it off right with the 1 o'clock game, Denver versus Baltimore. What do you foresee with this Baltimore team going forward? I mean, I'm still saying they're the best team in football. I still believe it. Tough loss last week against Jameis. Almost like they were just not ready for that game at all. I mean, Jameis lit them up through the air, and I mean, obviously Baltimore is on the bottom end of the league with the passing yards on that defense. And granted they were without their cornerbacks, but what do you see with this Broncos game, man? I mean, should we be concerned with Baltimore? Do you see one of them? The Baltimore Ravens fell off against the Raiders and they came back and absolutely decimated teams, and then they obviously they lose to the Browns last week. And do you see them come out and decimate the Broncos?
Truthfully, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what we're gonna get tomorrow, man. It seems like every week we're just rolling out a different team, man, and it's kind of frustrating. Last week we didn't have Nate Wiggins and we didn't have Marlon Humphrey, but I mean, I don't feel like we really needed them against the Browns. I know that's
Right.
that's a bold statement just because they're both stud corners, but I felt like last week we should have been fine. Nick Chubb was just coming back off the knee injury and everything, and which is great to see. But seeing Nick Chubb come back, seeing Jameis, who I really like, see him get the start, see him get the play, and I just felt like that's a game that we should win. I mean,
Yes.
truthfully, like Lamar and Derrick Henry played great. They really did. They both played really well. I can't complain about either one of them guys. Bateman had that awful drop. If you want to, the sun's in his face, whatever, I get it. But the offensive line has played. They started off rough, then they seemed like they were getting some cohesiveness. But the Browns, they Lamar had pressure in his face all freaking. They were setting up blitz packages, and the offensive line didn't know what to do. So
Yeah. Right. We
they
we already
played
got
like
questions
shit.
rolling in. Got questions rolling in already, bro. Oh yeah.
They no, the freaking Ravens played like shit. The offensive line played like shit, I should say. The defense played like shit. We should have had at least there should have been two picks by Kyle Hamilton. One would have sealed the game, and then
Ooh,
there should have been
yeah.
two picks by Eddie Jackson. So, and he especially looked horrible, and
Yes.
I was confident with him being back there because Eddie Jackson's he's a dog, man. So I was I was confident, and I don't know. I guess we'll see what happens tomorrow, man. But I mean, don't be surprised. Like people, don't be surprised if Bo Nix has a big week through the air against us. I mean, we talked about this a few weeks ago. Is what I was worried about is we were going to get go against a team, and we're going to give up all these damn yards and all these touchdowns, and it's going to cost us the game, and that's exactly
Yeah.
what happened.
Yep.
That's
100%.
exactly what happened. So, on a brighter note, Lamar's healthy. He missed a few sessions of practice. Raven said that they're going to try and give him a couple rest days every week for here going out, just to keep him fresh, which I'm honestly cool with. We're getting Nate Wiggins back, so that's big. Marlon's questionable. Don't know if we're getting him back, but are we going to play down against the Broncos like we did with the Browns and the Raiders, man? I don't know. But as long as the defense kind of locks in and Zach Orr gets his head out of his ass, I mean, we should beat the Broncos. But Bo Nix had a great game last week, so I guess we'll see.
Yeah. I honestly I couldn't agree more. Let's see. Got a couple questions rolling in. First, he needs to start 2 in a PPR league. He got Njoku, McBride, J.K. Dobbins. He said any combo works, so he needs 2 out of Njoku, McBride, or J.K. Who does J.K. got? He's got the Browns. Njoku got the Chargers. I gotta put Njoku in there, 100%.
Jameis was targeting him heavy.
Yes, I gotta
Yeah.
put Njoku in there. And I want to say the Browns' run defense wasn't great, but we're talking about Derrick Henry. So McBride. Hmm. Hmm. What has McBride done this year?
I haven't heard his name much compared to his rookie season. Yeah,
Right.
I haven't heard his name much.
And I know.
So Cleveland's middle of the pack. Yeah, they're 17th against the run.
Okay. So I know McBride has had a couple games where he went crazy. Last week, prime example, he went for 124. 2 weeks ago against Green Bay, he went for 96. He's actually been pretty consistent. 50, 96, 50, 124. If you can go any combo, I'm going Njoku and McBride.
Yeah,
Seeing
dude,
that stat
McBride's
line.
balling, man. Holy shit, I didn't know he was like that.
Yeah, his last 5. I mean, he's had some really solid games, and he's getting a ton of targets. He's averaging 7 targets a game. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go McBride. It seems like that's Kyler's safety blanket. I'm gonna have to go Njoku and McBride. Jameis definitely targeted Njoku heavy, so that's the 2 that I would roll with. I love J.K., but I mean, J.K. that Browns defense. I mean, they're stout up front, so it's hard for me to go J.K. That's what I'm going with. Knowing McBride's statistics and his targets per game, I'm going McBride and Njoku. What you going with the same matchup, same team?
Yeah, I'm gonna roll with the same thing, man.
Okay, this is a good one here. I like this one. You got David Montgomery or Jonathan Taylor?
David Montgomery or Jonathan Taylor?
Joe Flacco's gonna be. I feel gonna be throwing the ball a lot more in this offense. Granted, Jonathan Taylor is a dog. David Montgomery just finds the end zone every single game.
That's a tough one, actually.
And obviously Detroit wants to run the ball. That's their identity. They want to run the ball. They want to have that high volume passing with Matt Stafford, where he throws for 15 for 15 and just doesn't have an incompletion. There was a stat, actually, it's funny, real quick, before we go off what we're going to go with. There's a stat saying that Aaron Rodgers had he had more incompletions in the first quarter of the game last on Thursday than Jared Goff has incompletions in 3 games.
Wow.
which is insane to even think about. But for me, I think it boils down to the touchdowns that the Detroit Lions put up on the board, and I'm gonna have to go David Montgomery, just because David Montgomery always finds the end zone.
Damn, that was tough, man.
I don't think you
I
can
feel
go
like
wrong
with the
either
way,
way.
yeah, I don't think you can either. That's what I was about to say, man. I don't think you can go wrong either way. I know that Gibbs has been just absolutely
Going
just
crazy.
balling, but I know those two are like, what are they? Sonic and what? Sonic and
Sonic and Tails, ain't it? Or, yeah. No,
oh, dude,
is it Sonic and Tails? I forget what it is.
I can't remember. Sonic and something, but yeah, no, it makes sense, dude, because they're Knuckles, yeah.
Knuckles, that's it.
Man, you can't go wrong with either one. I think I'm going to go with Jonathan Taylor on this one. But I honestly don't think you can go wrong with either one.
He asked, "Who do I start at the flex? Matson, Reed, or Thomas Jr.?" Thomas Jr. I don't even have to think about this.
No, no,
Thomas
I would.
Jr. Yeah.
Wait, hold on a second. He's hurt, ain't he? Or is he
Is
healthy
he?
now? He might be healthy now.
He scored last week.
Don't let me lie to you.
He scored last week. I know that.
Okay, maybe he's healthy. Yeah, he's all systems go. I would go. Yeah, I'd go with BTJ.
All right. Next question: trade or hold Puka? The question is, what are you trading for, MJ? That's the big question. I'm gonna answer Jarrell's real quick. Start Saints defense or Patriots defense? Saints defense is without their starting corner this week,
Marshawn?
Marcus Lattimore.
Oh, okay. Oh, Okay, yeah. Marshawn. Uh, who are they playing? Who the Patriots playing
But
again?
the Patriots have the Titans, and the Saints have the Panthers. So
Oh shit.
I mean, looking by the numbers, this is how I'm going to pick it. Looking by the numbers of favorites, is Derek Carr back? Do you know?
I do not know. I haven't heard that name in a minute. Old Derek Carr. I know they were talking about not Rattler, but his backup potentially starting this week.
Yeah.
Let me see. It's oh, here we go. Derek Carr was removed from the injury report and will play in Week 9 against the Panthers.
Pick the Saints.
The Saints.
That's my thoughts. I'm taking the Saints.
I'll go with the Saints as well.
All right. MJ, if you can let me know what you would trade Puka for, we'll tell back on it and answer it. While we're waiting for that, we'll dive right into the next game. I agree with you on the Baltimore Ravens. I do feel that they're going to win the game. The 9.5 spread is kind of scary. I feel like it's very baity. It's a very big line, especially with the Broncos playing the way they've been. They've been playing really well, and Bo Nix has looked pretty solid. He's not turning the ball over. Um, he's not doing anything to lose the game in a sense. But hey, if they light up that Baltimore's defense like the Browns didn't, I mean, you're talking about them being in this game, and it could come down to a Justin Tucker field goal, which he missed one last week from like a range that you don't expect Justin Tucker to miss from. So,
No, when Justin
yeah, I'm
Tucker
with you
goes
on
to
the.
kick, dude, I just grab a beer. Yeah, I just assume he's gonna make it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right, absolutely.
But he's
Absolutely.
been off this year. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on with JT, but he's been off this year.
Oh, I do want to put out that we put out Georgia minus 13.5 on the Facebook page for picks today, and they just won the game by 14. So it was a sweat. They looked horrible in the first half, first three quarters, to be honest, and they finally did it. All right, so we have a couple more questions before we dive into the next game. Romeo Dobbs or Jalen Waddle? Ooh.
Now we're talking.
We're getting spicy now. Romeo Dobbs or Jalen Waddle?
Dolphins are playing the Bills, right?
Yes.
Mm.
And I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna tell everyone that now. I am taking a bet on the Dolphins. In this bet, and this isn't like I'm not saying this is a lock because last time I bet the Dolphins to for the Bills plus 6.5, but this falls in the 6.5 category. That everyone knows that has been watching knows I love the 6.5 number. If you can get it to 7, even better. Tua went down, and the Bills absolutely decimated the Dolphins. So the bet is barring that Tua stays healthy during this game, and we're good. Um, man, Romeo Dobbs. The thing that scares me about Dobbs is the fact that uh Jordan Love's question, like he's banged up.
Yeah, and he's going against Detroit, which I mean, yeah, because I
I'm
mean he's
basing
going
this
against.
pick off of my bet, and I'm going with Jalen Waddle.
I'm also going with Jalen Waddle. Yeah.
All right, Evan Ingram or Tucker Craft. Dude, I got to go with Ingram. Trevor Lawrence loves Evan Ingram and has shown since he's been back. This isn't a question for me, just for the fact of how much volume Ingram gets.
I'll roll with Ingram as well.
All right, so MJ has now responded and said that he's received multiple offers: Pacheco, Deontay, Brooks, Deontay, Jacobs, and Worthy. And he has Hill, ARSB already in the third receiver PPR, three receiver PPR. The thing that worries me with Deontay, and I'm a Deontay guy. I loved him in Pittsburgh. He had a case of the drops all the time. My problem with Deontay is that offense has so many weapons and pieces that Lamar isn't a quarterback that's just going to target Deontay 9 times a game. And granted, he shouldn't because they have Derrick Henry standing behind him. So if you were going to and honestly, Cooper Kupp, you don't know if he's going to be hurt after a quarter. You don't know if he's going to be in for the whole game. And same thing with Puka. Same thing with Puka. I get it. Worthy, Patrick Mahomes hasn't looked like the Patrick Mahomes of old.
No.
I'm going to have to say I'd hold on to Puka.
I would hold on to Puka too because I mean, I know he's battling some injuries and stuff like that. But he's expected to play, so hopefully this stuff's behind him and he gets rolling again. Because I mean, he gets force fed the ball anytime he's out on that field, and he's a big play waiting to happen. He finds a way to find the end zone. I mean, yeah, if he stays healthy, man, Puka Nacua he's a target hog, man. Seriously.
Yeah, no problem, MJ. I appreciate the question, man. We like these questions that we have to think on and like kind of like break it down a little bit. Appreciate you asking. User 27, who's winning, Lions or Packers? That's a bet that we're taking this week as well. Lions minus 2.5. I just think the Lions are too much right. I mean, not right now, just in general. I think they're too much.
Dude, Jared Goff is playing really good ball right now.
Yeah, like I said, he has less incompletions in 3 games than quarterbacks have in the first quarter. I mean, it's disgusting.
It is. They're a well-oiled machine.
All right, so Tebow said start 3: Cook, Hill, London, or Terry. So starting 3.
I'm assuming it's James Cook, Tyreek Hill.
It could be
obviously Drake
Dalvin
London.
too. It could be Dalvin because he's playing with
Do not start Dalvin.
playing with the Cowboys, dude. Hey, he didn't have a bad game, bro.
Rico Dowdle's back. He better not. That one's gonna go right back in the unemployment line or fade into obscurity on the depth chart.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest. When I read it, I'm gonna be straight up. Hill, London, and Scary Terry are like the picks for me. I mean, there's no question. I don't care what cook it is. To be honest with you. Tua's healthy, dog. Tua's healthy, man.
I'm with you. Yeah, I'm with you on that.
Yeah, Hill, London, Scary Terry, and the continuity that Daniels and Scary Terry have now. It seems like every week there's a big play.
Yeah, I'm curious though if it is. Uh, I'm curious though
James.
which cook it is.
Yeah, I am too. James Cook
Yeah,
is always a wild card because James Cook. I mean, they force feed the ball and he's played amazing. So
yeah, he had a
if it is
big game
James
last
Cook,
week, so I'm like, damn.
if it is James Cook against that Miami front, I actually might have to. I might have to slide James Cook in somewhere. I
I
might
know,
have
I
to. I
know.
might have to take London out and slide James Cook in there. If I'm being
Shit, you said it
honest.
earlier. Who the Falcons playing? You said it earlier.
The Falcons are playing the Cowboys, and I'm gonna be
Uh,
honest, dude. Our boy, fucking big dog Kyle Pitts. He's been balling, bro.
Kyle Pitts has been playing his ass off.
Yeah, if Tebow, if you're still here, let us know what cook it is, and I might switch that up. Mason asked, start three: Chase Brown, Aaron Jones, Brian Robinson Jr. or Trace Jr. Ooh, or Tracy Jr. Sorry.
Hmm.
Start three:
Who was the first two?
Chase Brown, Aaron Jones. I'm definitely going Brian Robinson Jr. He's going in there because he's been playing amazing.
Yeah, yeah.
That's one.
Who was
Honestly, the
start
command.
three?
Yeah, start three. And I'll be honest with you, dude. Tracy Jr.
I know. I'd almost bench Chase.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, and I like Chase, man, but I'm like,
And honestly, the Raiders don't give up a ton on the ground.
that
I mean,
poor team.
they did against Najee in Pittsburgh, but they don't give up a ton. If I'm being honest. Yeah, I got to go Aaron Jones, Robinson, and Tracy.
Yeah, they're 18th. They're in the middle of the pack too. Yeah, yeah, they're one of those middle of the pack teams.
Here's the question: Is Tracy cleared from concussion protocol? Because I know he got hurt in that Pittsburgh game.
Tyrone Tracy. Man, I really like him. He plays really hard and he does a damn good job.
Dude, he's had 145 against Pittsburgh. He went
Yeah,
crazy.
he's been playing really good. He did clear the concussion protocol. He's good.
Okay, yeah. So that's the three I'm going with: Tracy Jr., Robinson, and Aaron Jones. All right. Noah asked, start two: Puka, Alave, or Terry. Alave getting Derek Carr back is really appetizing.
Yeah, that helps him. Yeah, that helps him. That's what I was thinking too. Um,
And Puka just gets force fed
Puka's
the
a target
ball.
hog. Yeah.
And Jaden Daniels kind of spreads the ball around with Washington. The injury to Puka kind of scares me though.
Hmm.
Terry McLaurin's averaging 9 targets a game. Holy shit!
Dang.
If you want volume and you're in a PPR, I'm going Puka and Terry, dude. I'm sorry, but if you're in a PPR points per catch, points per reception, bro, Puka gets force fed the ball, and clearly so does Terry.
Hmm. Honestly, that's a pretty good choice. That's pretty good. Well, you can't really go wrong with any of them guys. But yeah, I would roll. I'd probably do Puka and Terry too.
It's a half point. Noah said, "Hey, still a half point at eight targets a game. That's 4 points, bro. That's 4 points. I mean, it's still not bad, man." Olave, Olave's been so underwhelming. And don't get me wrong, I know Derek Carr hurt the past couple weeks, but dude, how are you that talented and you can't do shit?
I'm with you. I'm an Olave guy through and through. I would like to see him break out, but yeah, I would mainly just because with Derek Carr coming back, like you don't really know what you're gonna get for sure. So I would play it safe and I would run Terry and Puka out there.
I mean, last week he had 14 targets, which is crazy. Um,
Yeah.
the week before he had 1 target. The week before that he had 4 targets. Like the consistency is wild.
Yeah, so that's why I would wait and see how Derek Carr kind of uses him. Because I mean, Derek Carr will try and get him the ball, and he's definitely a better passer. But coming off that injury and everything, I'd roll with Terry and Puka.
This man had 14 targets last week, and hold on, hold on. Am I reading this right? This man had 14 targets last week, and Spencer Rattler only threw the ball 24 times.
Damn. Damn, dude.
What they do? Run screens all game? What the hell? Yeah, I gotta go. I
Oh,
gotta go.
no.
Puka and Terry. What do we got? Half point. Yeah, sure. Yeah, no problem, Noah. Appreciate you tuning in, asking the question, everybody. Joe asked Saints defense or Commanders defense? Saints defense. I'm riding with it again.
Yeah, I'd roll the Saints.
Coast Burton asked start two. Olave, Flowers. Oh wait, I think I skipped one. I did. I'm sorry, Dominique. Alec Pierce or Rashad Bateman, bro. Is there anyone on waivers you can pick up?
Right, dude. God dang.
Uh, I, I love Bateman, and I know he had that huge game. I gotta
Not
go
last week.
Alec Pierce with Joe Flacco being at the helm.
That's what I'm thinking too. I'd roll with Alec Pierce.
Yeah, Alec Pierce is the role is the move for me. All right, now, sorry about that, Dominique. Apologize for skipping over that. I'm glad I caught it though. Now Coast Burton. Start two. Olave, Flowers, Moore, or Higgins. Start two. Isn't T Higgins hurt?
Yeah, yeah. I can't remember if he. I was just reading that earlier.
I think he's ruled out. Doubtful. He's doubtful. Okay, so that
Doubtful,
narrows
yeah.
it down. Zay. Oh, my boy Zay. I love Zay Flowers. That man gets 8 targets a game and gets off for $150, and then he has 1 reception a game.
I know.
Yeah, coming from a Ravens fan,
Oh
but I
yeah.
still don't. I don't trust Olave, dude. Here's what I'm thinking, and Steve, you can piggyback off this. I'm thinking Zay and Moore for the fact that the Ravens brought in Deontay Johnson. You can't cover both of them shifty assholes with double coverage. Are people gonna kind of more shade towards Deontay just for the fact, like who's PS2 gonna cover? Is he gonna cover Deontay, he has more time under his belt and is like quote unquote a veteran over Zay, and they're gonna leave their other corner on an island with Zay, or is PS2 just gonna? He just said he has Deontay Johnson. What the hell? uh, I mean, if you plan on starting Deontay, I wouldn't start Zay. You're gonna have to pick one or the other. Um, mm. But that's kind of where I'm at. Like, is PS2 just gonna stay landlocked on one side of the field, and who's gonna match up on that side? If you
Yeah, because
want,
Lamar will feed him targets.
yeah,
Like Zay's
absolutely.
his guy, you know. Um, Now Moore, are we talking Elijah Moore? Are we talking
I'm gonna assume
Rondale
DJ.
Moore? Oh, we're
I'm gonna
talking
assume.
DJ Moore.
I
Okay, I
think.
was like, yeah, I was
Yeah,
trying to think, I was like Sky Moore, I was just sitting there, I was like Moore,
yeah.
Moore,
There's a
Moore.
lot of Moors. Yeah,
Um,
yeah. He said DJ. Okay, so DJ.
DJ.
DJ's definitely in there. T Higgins is hurt. Um, damn. Dude, I feel like Baltimore has that offensive blow up game, but which receiver is going to be the one that has it? Is it going
So
to
who's the other
be
one besides T?
Zay Flowers, Olave, DJ Moore?
Oh shit.
Yeah, we told him Puka and Terry. I almost have to go Olave and DJ Moore. Just for the fact the Ravens are going to come out and they're going to try and pound the ball at Derrick Henry, for one. And Derrick Henry's just been on a tear. Two, I'm worried about where PS2 is. PS2 doesn't travel much. And they move Zay around a lot, so they're probably going to move Zay and Deontay around a lot. I'm worried about these dumbass screens that Baltimore runs that get blown up at the line of scrimmage. Bro, did you draft the entire Ravens team? This dude has Derrick Henry, Lamar Jackson, Deontay Johnson, and Zay Flowers. The hell?
Damn, dude.
Coast, are you a Ravens fan?
Represent. Um,
All right, so you have Lamar. Bro, I almost want to double dip now and tell you to put Flowers and Zay in
yeah,
there.
I'm like, man, I would do DJ and Zay.
Yeah. Double dip, bro. Wait, he has Mark Andrews as well, and he said he hates them.
Damn, dude. Like, yeah.
I'm going
Oh
Zay and
shit.
DJ. I'm going Zay and DJ. Double dip with Lamar and Zay. Zay hasn't had that big game. Like, in a couple weeks, he hasn't had that big game. So, I think a lot of pressure is going to be off of him, especially with Deontay there. I mean, he had a big game last week. Obviously, 115 yards, 7 receptions. But it's not the, like, touchdown is what I'm getting at. Like, Bateman had his game the week before. Zay had a good week against Commanders. I'm going Zay. I'm going Zay, dude. Double dip. Go Lamar, Zay, Derrick Henry. Going off of the spread that I have on the screen, if you can see it, Baltimore's supposed to blow the Broncos clean out, so it's not a bad pick. Chuba Hubbard or Chase Brown? I'm sorry, Chuba Hubbard is going against Saints defense. Chase Brown is my pick against the Raiders.
Yeah, I'd rock with Chase. Yeah, yeah. Chuba had he had a rough week last week, man. I mean, some rough sledding last week. So yeah, I would run with Chase.
All right, this guy asked Bucky versus Kansas City or Chestnut versus New England if Pollard is out.
Man, I love
Hmm.
Julius Chestnut, man. He small college, like freaking hammer.
Dude, it's hard for
Hmm.
me to pick any running back against Kansas City. I'm gonna be honest. Kansas
Dude,
City's run
right?
defense is insane. Kansas City's run defense is insane. What is Pollard's status?
That's what I'm looking
Questionable.
at now.
What was his injury?
He had like an ankle or it says a foot injury. Says he's questionable for Week 9 against the Patriots. He did not practice this week before giving the questionable tag. Tajay Spears has already been ruled out. Pollard will have the Tennessee backfield to himself. Blah blah blah. So yeah, he's definitely a questionable.
If those are your only two options, that's one of them ones that I would watch early on tomorrow. Pay attention in the morning and see what they give Tony Pollard his designation. And I would, me personally, I would if it was a lock that Pollard's out, I'd take Chestnut against New England over Bucky against Kansas City. But if Pollard is healthy and is good to go, you almost have to go Bucky and hope that Bucky catches passes out of the backfield and White doesn't go off. I mean, that's a tough one.
That is a tough
That's a
one.
tough two. All right, let's dive in. Let us cover some games. We'll jump back into the questions. Cover a couple games when there's more questions that roll in. After maybe one or two games we cover, we will answer those questions. Las Vegas Raiders, Cincinnati Bengals. Bengals are favored by 7 points. And the over/under is 45.5. To me, I don't see any reason why the Bengals lose. There's not much for me to say. They need the honest. And the only reason why I say there's not much for me to say for this game is the fact that the Bengals just need to figure out how to win because I don't know what the hell. I mean, they got annihilated by the Eagles.
Yeah, that's what kind of shocked me too, is they got blown out by the Eagles. So, but I'm with you. I mean, the freaking it's the Raiders, dude. But I mean, I said the same damn thing about Baltimore and uh, well, that's freaking Kansas City. I mean, but
Yeah,
yeah, just teams like that, man. Teams like the Raiders, dude. Like teams just sleep on them, but the Bengals can't afford to right now. I mean, the Bengals are kind of reeling right now as it is, just for a fact of just ineptitude. Like Brandon said, they're not winning games. Like they're putting up points, they're just not winning. Like they're just getting outmatched. And some games, sometimes it looks like Joe Burrow. It's like, okay, here we go. But then other games, you're like, oh shit, what happened? So
right.
I'm going with the Bengals in this one. Bengals should beat the shit out of the Raiders.
I am gonna travel back, Jaden. U.S. Chuba or Chase Brown. Zach Moss is ruled out, so that makes my decision even better with Chase Brown. Obviously, going to get the workload. Patriots Titans. We kind of touched on this with taking picks and stuff. This game could be. This game could be interesting. I know it's hard to say that, but this game could be interesting. The Titans are favored in this game, which is
Really?
kind of yeah. The Titans are a 3-point favorite in this game, which is kind
Man,
of shocking to me.
me too.
Do you know if Will Levis is playing or not?
I don't know if Mr. Meme's playing or not. Um, mm, yeah, because with Drake May, he's playing, so that's huge
Yeah.
for New
Hey,
England as
hats
far as
off to Jacoby Brissett last week, man. Hats off, bro. Jacoby came in, rolled that team down the field, bro. Beat the Jets. Final seconds of the game. There you go, Jacoby. Some props, but I mean, he looked like shit doing it, but he won. He won the game.
there just ain't nothing on that damn offense. I don't give a shit who you put back there.
There really isn't.
Will Levis Will Levis is questionable for Week 9 against the Patriots. I personally think that Mason Rudolph has played better than Will Levis, which isn't
Yeah,
saying much, but I feel like for a while he was the worst quarterback in the league, Deshaun Watson or Will Levis, so I mean it's kind of hard to underperform if you're Mason Rudolph, but I feel like he's played better.
yeah. I mean, I feel like that offense has a little bit more oomph in it with Mason back there, and I mean, Mason showed good things in Pittsburgh that last year. So I mean, yeah. I mean, I agree with you. For me, it's kind of weird that the Patriots are underdogs in this game. To be honest with you, um, is there any key injuries for the Patriots like that stand out? I don't really see anything. No, I don't really see much. I mean,
I
I'm
mean
not
their whole
touching
team's
this
been hurt
game.
all year, but
I think the
Yeah, I
Patriots
wouldn't.
win this game. I truly think that if you're a Patriots fan or you just want to bet on a game and you don't want to bet on what I say, I mean, I would bet on the Patriots and I would take the 3 points, but sprinkle a little bit on the money line I mean, the money line's probably in the plus minus. They're +3, probably in the plus. What are they at? Let me just look. What the money line is. And mind you, this is just going off of what FanDuel's saying because I have it right next to me. Um, the Patriots are, once I find them, plus 138. So $100 wins 138. I mean, plus money. I mean, I don't know. I just don't see the Patriots losing this game, to be honest with you.
No, the Titans are so damn banged up right now. I mean, they're
Right?
both teams are banged up, but the Titans have bigger losses, especially if Tony Pollard can't go. Then shit,
I mean, he's allergic to the end zone anyway, so it don't matter.
that's true.
Saints versus Carolina. Saints are favored by a touchdown. We all know Carolina is just Carolina.
Sorry, they're just
It's
sorry.
dude, it's so bad. It is so bad. I mean, it's disgusting. You did say Derek Carr's playing, right? Yeah.
Hmm.
The only thing that worries me that Kool-Aid McKinstry, Marshawn
Wait a minute,
Lattimore,
Kool-Aid and Marshawn aren't playing?
yeah, they're
What?
both out.
Oh shit.
But it's the Panthers, dude.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I said the same thing about Baltimore last week against the Browns, and you see how that went. So I don't know.
Yeah, but the Browns are a little bit more talented than the Panthers, bro.
Let's go, Bryce.
I mean, Adam Thielen's on IR. Jordan Fuller's on IR. Jonathan Brooks is on IR. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, shit, we went through that shit last week, dude. It's crazy, man. That whole team's just decimated from top to bottom.
I mean, there's not much to say about this game, honestly. The Saints win, I think, especially getting Derek Carr back. I think the Saints win. I think it's going to be a lot for Bryce. The Saints defense, even though they're out without two awesome corners, I mean, I just think the Saints defense is too much for that Carolina offense. And we said it last week. Chuba Hubbard looks like he's in quicksand when he runs, and somehow he still gets yards.
Dude, I'm gonna lose all my credibility, and let's go Panthers.
Okay.
Let's go.
You think they win outright, or do you think they cover the spread?
I think I want them to win the game. I don't think they'll win the game, but I want them to.
I respect it.
Just for
dude.
Bryce. Do it, Bryce.
Bryce, you know what? I think the Saints win this game. I'm gonna sprinkle a little money on the Panthers +7. Just because you said that, I'm gonna sprinkle a little bit of money on the Panthers +7. It's not gonna be like my normal big bet on these games, but I'm gonna sprinkle the Panthers. All right, Nicholas asks, start Stafford, Kyler, or Baker? Stafford.
Yeah, Stafford. Yeah.
The Seahawks are giving up anything to anyone. I mean, sometimes I feel like the defense isn't even on the field for the Seahawks.
I don't know what's wrong with that damn defense.
Kyler Murray hasn't shown me anything. Yes, Baker Mayfield has been lighting it up, and even without receivers, but Stafford looked like 22-year-old Stafford last week.
That I was about to say, dude, like Stafford looked like goated last week. So shit, man.
Against
I'd
the
run
Vikings
I'd run with
defense, who
Stafford.
has played very good, honestly.
Yeah, they have. Yeah, they played very well.
Yeah, I gotta go Stafford, Nicholas. Cowboys Atlanta. This is one of them
Atlanta.
games. I'm with you. I think Atlanta wins. And we talked before we got on here, and I was on the fence. Like, do I bet this game? Do I not bet this game? Because the line opened up at 2.5 for Atlanta, which seemed awfully low. And it's moved all the way to 3.5. So it moved to the point. Michael Parsons still out. Deron Bland still is out. Trayvon Diggs, it's saying he's questionable. What happened to Trayvon? He's a game time decision. Okay. So he underwent rehab on his calf. That's concerning. If you can get the Falcons minus 2.5, fuck, hammer them. Hammer the Falcons. If you can get it 2.5, 3.5, pushing it. If you get it at 3, I would put a little money on it. This is just going off of what Scoreboard has. I don't have exact statistics. Every bookie, bookmaker, FanDuel, DraftKings, you can get lines all over the place. I think the offense for the Falcons is reeling, man. Bijan's rolling. We talked about it earlier. Kyle Pitts is rolling big time. I mean, you said your piece right out the rip, Atlanta. Anything you want to touch base with this game?
Yeah, I just feel like Kirk Cousins has just been, I mean, cerebral, dude.
He's been good.
Yeah, he's looked really good, man. Like he's in tune with everybody in that offense. Kyle Pitts has been eating. Drake London's been eating. Like Deion Robinson's been eating in the passing game and the running game. Like they're starting to click, man. They're starting to look like how we thought they would look at the beginning. But I think Kirk's starting to get more comfortable with that Achilles and everything. I think he's starting to get more comfortable. And the Cowboys are they're just in rough shape, man. You know, we talked about it the week prior. I've always been a guy that's kind of been like, I like Dak, you know, and I've always kind of been one of those people. But dude, last week he sucked. He sucked. I mean, truthfully, he had these just boneheaded throws, boneheaded interceptions, and it was just bad. I mean, it was bad. And the lack of a running game doesn't help. We had talked about CeeDee Lamb. We were waiting for that big blow up game, and I was like, it should, you know, I'm waiting for CeeDee to blow up any time now, and he blew up last week, but it just wasn't enough. It just wasn't enough. The Cowboys they're just in rough shape right now, and Atlanta's hot, so I would roll with Atlanta.
I respect it. I respect it a lot. Carter asked Brian Robinson, Alexander Madison.
B-Rob.
I got to roll B-Rob, man. The Raiders just suck, bro. They suck. Yeah, back to the Falcons and Cowboys.
I think the Raiders get it. Zamir White back this week too, so
okay.
It might hurt.
If you can get the Falcons game at 3 points less, take the Falcons. That's where I'm going to leave it. Buffalo Bills, Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins choked one away last week against dog shit Cardinals. Tua, healthy, looked good. Tyreek Hill had a catch in the first quarter that netted him more yards in one catch than he had in 3 games. I don't know how that happens, but it does. I'm taking personally the Dolphins +7. Last time we took the Dolphins scoreboard says 6.5. You could buy an extra half point, go up to 7. Everyone knows I love the 6.5 spread. Something that's been very good to me is the 6.5 spread. I have made a ton of money off of the 6.5 spread. I'm taking the Dolphins minus the 6.5. Obviously, this all hinges on Tua not trying to run over a corner or safety like he did in the first time they met. But the Bills have not been super impressive to me. They look very beatable. They Josh Allen hasn't had like that. Yeah, I mean they're beating teams like last week 31-10, 34-10 the week before. But they haven't looked like this powerhouse. Josh Allen's turning the ball over. James Cook has been playing lights out for them. But I don't know. The Bills aren't scary to me. And maybe in a couple weeks we're having a different conversation. Like we're talking like, damn, these Bills might have a chance this year. All you Bills fans can go jump through tables. I don't know, man. I'm taking the Dolphins plus 7.5. I don't necessarily think the Dolphins win outright, but they have a real shot with a healthy Tua. It's kind of redemption, right? Tua went down against the Bills early in the year. Tua's back. He's healthy. It's kind of like a redemption game. What do you think?
I'm with you. I agree with literally everything you just said. I really do. I agree with everything you just said. I think that there should be a really good game between these two teams. But I think it could go either way. I think the Bills have a great shot. I think the Dolphins have a great shot. I think these two they play each other really well. So should be one of the better games of the week. Once again, should be. But yeah, I think that I want to say the Dolphins could. I want to say the Dolphins will squeak this out, but man, it's just another week from Tua being removed for being hurt and stuff, So it's just hard to say. But I think this game can go either way. But I think it should be a good game.
All right, we got another question. J.K. Dobbins, Zay Flowers, or Wandell Robinson at the flex?
Mm.
Damn. Where's your head at with this?
Okay, so it was Wandale Robinson, Zay Flowers, and who?
J.K. Dobbins.
J.K. J.K. The Chargers are playing. Who the Chargers playing?
The Chargers have the
Browns?
Browns. Yeah. Receivers, a receiver running back matchup to me is kind of hard.
It's
Just
tough.
for
Yeah.
you can get more production out of like if you're asking me Derrick Henry, Saquon Barkley, Tank Bigsby, we can talk, but
Yeah. Yeah. I think I would. I think I might go with
who was that cut out?
J.K. I think I might go with J.K.
Yeah, that's where I'm at with this as well. My fear with Wandell has been very productive. There's no doubt. When he gets thrown the ball, he catches it. He's very consistent. But you've seen Darius Slayton blow up last week. Malik Neighbors had a great game last week against Pittsburgh. Wandell had a solid game, 5 catches, 30 yards. It wasn't anything flashy. I mean, it's a couple points, whatever. I think the consistency, you're going to see more consistency out of J.K. because, let's be honest, the Chargers want to run the ball. They don't give a damn who's in front of them. They want to run the ball.
Yep, that's what I'm thinking.
And he can get his touches.
And they're getting
JK's
healthy.
been healthy. Yeah, yep. I was just about to say. I was literally just about to say that offensive line is getting healthy, and this might be one of the games that you see JK have, like we seen earlier in the year, where he explodes against Cleveland because they're going to want to run the ball. They're going to want to milk that clock. They're going to want to. The Chargers are built to win close games. That's just the way that team's built right now. I got to go JK as well. And it's hard for me to say that because I am big on receivers, but consistency wise, I got to go JK. Zoe, thanks for the follow, brother. And also he asked Marvin Harrison Jr., Ridley, or Mooney. You can choose two. Dude, every part of me wants to say Marvin Harrison Jr., but I'm worried Kyler's not going to have time against Bears defense. Oh,
Isn't that sad? Dude, like in any other scenario, like Marvin Harrison Jr. is like a no-brainer, but just the fact that like for some reason he doesn't he doesn't consistently get any targets is just the most aggravating thing in the world.
It's terrible. It is terrible.
It is. It really is, dude. He's legitimately special.
Let's be honest. This receiver, Marvin Harrison Jr., could arguably be the best receiver in the NFL right now if he consistently got the ball. I mean, McBride is their leading receiver on the year right now. When you have a generational talent in Marvin Harrison Jr.
Yeah, and he like last week he had a great game, you know. So I'd almost go him and Ridley.
Mooney. Darnell Mooney has been.
He's just
incredible.
so streaky. I love Darnell Mooney. He's just so streaky.
I was about to say, he has been incredible. Incredible. You know what? I'm going to have to go against you on this. I know we typically agree on a lot of shit. I'm going to have to go just because it seems like Mooney gets them like sneaky like post routes and gets that 30-yard gain, like, them big gains out of nowhere. And Ridley with the inconsistency at quarterback with Tennessee. Yeah, he went crazy against Detroit, but his last 5 games, listen to this. Last 5 games. Detroit, we're gonna act like this didn't happen, even though he had 143 yards, 15 targets, 10 receptions. So we'll say the last 4 games. 3 receptions, 42 yards. 0 receptions, 0 yards. 1 reception, 5 yards. 1 reception, 9 yards. That is his last 5 games.
Yeah. I mean, I just with Mason. Well, they said they don't know who the starter's going to be. They don't know if Will Levis, because he's questionable. They don't know who's going to be the starter. Damn it! If Mason's starting, I would start Calvin Ridley. If Mason's not starting, I would start Mooney.
That's fair.
There we go. Yeah, I had to think. I was like, wait a minute.
I respect it.
Yeah, because Will trash can's freaking questionable. So yeah, if Will Levis is starting, start Mooney.
All right. So, next question. Sorry about that. I was choking on a pumpkin seed. Tank Bigsby or Rachaad White?
Tank is questionable, FYI.
Ooh, okay.
I don't know if anybody knows that, but yeah, Tank is currently questionable.
Man, it's so hard to start any running back against that Kansas City defense, man.
I know, and like Rachaad White, it's like 1 week he's the one back, and then the next week it's Bucky. You know what I mean? Like you just don't know what you're gonna get. Let me see. I read that this morning. Let me make sure that Tank is. There's not been any updates on Tank.
What is Tank's injury designation?
It's his ankle.
Ooh, okay.
And it says Tank Bigsby is questionable to play Week 9 against the Eagles. Bigsby appears to be truly questionable against the Eagles this week, though he is a viable running back too if he is active. So
okay.
I would kind of wait and see and look for updates on Tank. If Tank's going to play, I'd start Tank. But obviously, if he's not going to, then that pretty much.
Yeah, that answers your question for you.
Yeah.
Sammy, appreciate the follow as well. Jacob, appreciate the follow. Jacob asked Kate Otten or McBride. That's a tough one, but I have to go Otten. I lean on Otten just because that's who Baker has.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you honestly can't go wrong with either one of those two,
You can't.
in my opinion. They're both playing their asses off right now, but yeah, Kate Otten is all Baker has to throw the ball to right now.
Yeah, absolutely, Jacob. Appreciate you. Make sure you tune in next week. Let us know how we did. Anyone that's asked a question, make sure you tune in next week. Let us know how we did. If we failed you, a couple weeks ago, we literally told I think like 13 people Tank Bigsby, and we're so glad that Tank Bigsby got 2 touchdowns and over 100 yards because this stream might not exist if Tank Bigsby didn't. So,
Dude, no lie. Hopefully Chris Olave has a dud for a game.
well, that leads us to the next question. KY asked Drake London or Olave.
Son of a bitch. uh, give me Drake.
That's where I'm going. I'm going Drake as well. I think there's more consistency with Drake, especially with Derek Carr just coming back. I'm going to go Drake as well. Sammy asked another question. BTJ. Yeah, no problem, KY. Appreciate the follow, brother. Sammy asked another question. BTJ, Deontay Johnson, or Puka? If you're in a PPR league, Puka Nakua because he's a target hog like Steven said. If you're not in a PPR, BTJ. I can't ride Deontay yet. I cannot ride Deontay yet.
I agree 100%.
Doesn't know the offense all that great yet. I can't ride with it.
Yep, I feel if I was you, for me it would come down to Puka or BTJ. Yeah, like Brandon said, I wouldn't touch Deontay yet until we figure out how he's going to be used.
I'm not sure what this guy's name is. He just has emoji. It's kind of cool though. D-Hop or Ramondre at flex. D-Hop. That's not even a question.
Yeah, so yeah, put in D-Hop.
You seen some targets in that Chiefs offense, and the second week in, he can see. I foresee him seeing a lot more this coming week.
Give me 1 sec.
Yeah.
Never mind. He was taking off the injury report. I knew Antonio Gibson was hurt, but he's not on the injury report and he's going to play. So never mind.
Okay. So Gio asked flex Robinson or flex Jalen Waddle.
We talking about B-Rob?
No, receiver
or
Robinson.
Wandale.
So Wandale Robinson. I got to go Waddle.
Yeah, I'd go with Jalen Waddle. I got a feeling that Bills game could turn into a shootout.
Yeah.
So.
And I'll be honest, the Bills don't give up that deep ball. They never have. They never will. That's just what they play 2 deep safeties all game long. You
got DeMar Hamlin back there, bro.
There you go. DeMar Hamlin. Good thing T. Higgins ain't playing, is what I'm gonna say. That was messed up. I shouldn't have said that. Gio, thanks for the follow, brother. I appreciate you.
Don't follow us now.
But I gotta go. I gotta go Jalen Waddle.
Yeah, I'd roll with Jalen.
And listen, if Tua gets hurt in this game, we can't get bashed because Jalen Waddle and Tyreek will have a dog shit game. It's Tua's fault, not our fault. Send him an email or something.
Slide, step out of bounds.
Yeah. Owen asked, Terry McLaurin or Darnell Mooney?
Damn.
That's a tough one.
Wait a minute. I think Commanders playing like the Giants or some shit.
Yes.
Yeah, give me Terry.
Yeah, scary Terry. I was waiting for your analogy on that, just for the fact that the Cowboys are hurt. But I gotta go scary Terry. It just seems like every week they find him for a big ass play. Downs for Pollard. Luke asked.
Josh Downs has been balling low key.
Yeah, I wouldn't make that trade. Tony Pollard is allergic to into the end zone, and I've been saying it. We've been doing this podcast. How long has it been, Steven? Like, this is our like second year, quote unquote, kind of.
Yeah, roughly. Yeah.
I've said it since Tony Pollard was in Dallas. I mean, he's allergic to the end zone. The dude will rush for 300 yards and 0 touchdowns. I don't know how he can't get in the end zone. There's like a force field that won't let him get in. I can't take Pollard. I got to go Downs. Sammy Boy said he has a trade. Whoa. I know where I'm at. I want Steven to answer, and then I have a feeling I know where Steven's at. The trade is he trades Malik Neighbors and Kyler Murray for Kirk and Amon-Ra St. Brown.
I would do it.
Yeah, that's where dude. Kirk
I love
Cousins
Malik
is
Neighbors,
balling.
but Daniel Jones is an absolute can. So
Yeah, Daniel Jones looks like shit. Kyler Murray hasn't played well.
and it's Sun God, you know.
Yeah. It's my old lady always says it whenever I say Amon-Ra. She's Amon-Ra from the movie. So, I gotta go Sun God.
Accept that damn trade.
Yeah, if you haven't accepted it while we were talking, you might as well go do it right now. Irving asked, Chubb or Mooney at the flex? I gotta go Chubb. I'm going
with Chubb.
He's slowly getting back in the groove. He's looked good. He's running hard. I'm going Chubb.
I'm going with Nick Chubb, man. That's my dude, man. I want to see him break out this week.
Lane asked Shakir or Ridley. Shakir had
Curtis
his big
Samuel
game.
and Amari Cooper are both hurt. I don't know.
Damn.
Yeah. It's like a pec injury for Curtis Samuel, and then Amari's having something going on with his wrist, so they're both questionable. I'm sure that they'll end up playing, so that kind of muddies the waters a little bit.
This does go back to the whole. Shakir is the leading receiver for Buffalo, though, so this goes back to the whole potential shootout thing. I almost the inconsistency at quarterback with Tennessee. I got to go Shakir on this.
It was him and who was it? Him and
Shakir and Ridley.
I'm gonna go back with what I said earlier, man. If Levis is starting, I would pick Shakir. If Rudolph's starting, I would go with Ridley.
That's fair.
But I think Shakir could be the safe bet, especially with Cooper and potentially not having him and Curtis Samuel.
Right.
So that's just something I would keep an eye on. If I were you, I would just check on that sometime tomorrow morning. Hopefully they have a little updated list. Yeah.
Jack Fields asked Tracy or Stevenson.
Tracy.
You know, I was going to think about it, and then I looked. Man, Tracy's going against the Commanders, man. Ramondre's going. You said they're getting Gibson back.
Yeah, Gibson will be back.
Yeah, I get Tracy, 100%. This dude's name is Sackwood. This is, damn. Okay. I see one name that I'm automatically eliminating. He said Laporta, Daddle, D-Hop, Pittman, or Reed. Pick one.
You're eliminating Dowdle, I'm assuming.
If this is The Price is Right, you would have won. You would have won.
So we got Laporta, Jaden Reed, Dowdle, and
D-Hop, Michael Pittman.
Shit.
You know, this might be a shocker. I'm going to go with Pittman. And this is why.
That's what I was thinking of.
The Vikings could get out to a lead early, and it's going to force Joe Flacco to throw the ball a lot, which plays in Pittman's favor. I'm going to go with Pittman. That's what I'm going. I know it's a tough one, but I'm going to go Pittman. And there's so many weapons on that Detroit offense that Laporta's almost like sought after. Like, oh yeah, we still have him. Let's get him the ball.
Yeah, I was trying to see. Okay, so Pittman's off the injury report. So he's been battling that back injury the last few weeks. So I was seeing if that had subsided or if it had gotten worse and whatnot, but it says that he was removed from the injury report. So
I honestly, reading it, I had it narrowed down to D-Hop and Pittman.
yeah, I don't know what's going on with Laporta, man. I don't know why Sam's been kind of pushed to the back of the line a little bit. But it's working. I mean, the offense is humming.
The offense is rolling. I think the big thing is, I mean, these dudes are flipping hook ladders to 400-pound linemen. I think that's what the issue is. All right. I think we're back. Can you guys drop in the chat that if you guys can hear me? I'm pretty sure we dropped the connection. If you guys can still hear me, let me know. All right, Jacob, thank you. I appreciate it. Let me get Steven back on the call. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, just give us 2 seconds. Technical difficulties. I'm not sure what is happening. Why we just dropped the call. All of a sudden, the internet just dropped. Just give us 1 second. All right. Calling Steven back right now. Get right back into it.
Yep.
All right. We are still live. I dropped the connection. That's on me. Dive right back into it. Where were we at? Oh, we were at the
Michael
D-Hop
Pittman.
Yep. All right, so I gotta stick with Pittman on this, just for the fact of they might get down early and it's gonna force them to throw the ball. You on the same boat as that?
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with Michael Pittman.
All right. Jack Fields asked. Oh no, we answered Jack Fields. Tracy or Stevenson. We went with Tracy. Anthony asked St. Brown, Tony Pollard for Jahmyr Gibbs and DJ Moore. That's a tough trade, bro.
That is, yeah. The outlier is Tony Pollard, kind of.
Yes. I almost have to go Gibbs and DJ Moore.
Me too. Yeah.
Yeah.
especially Gibbs. Gibbs has been just, oh my God, dude.
He's been amazing. Been
He has.
absolutely amazing. Uh, Jacob Switzer asked, "Do you think Brian Robinson plays with the Redskins activating Chris Rodriguez?" Damn, I never thought of that. I mean, how do you not play him?
I think so. Yeah, I think so. I think that like Rodriguez, I don't know if he's really like a threat, you know, to B Rob.
I get what he's saying as far as uh, like Austin Eckler's there, obviously, but Austin Eckler's been kind of phased out, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, he's kind of like the spell back, and I know that with B Rob, he has that hamstring injury, so but he's been kind of fighting this soft tissue shit all season it seems like. So I think he should play, but
Yeah, I don't. I think he still plays. I think B Rob still plays, barring anything crazy. Just because B Rob's been so good and he's a hammer. Um, but no, that's a good question. I really like that question. It's a lot different from what we're used to answering. Um, but yeah, I mean, for me, Jacob, I think B Rob plays. I like Chris Rodriguez, but I just I don't know. I mean, hell, Chris Rodriguez might be one of them things that they kind of like just sprinkle him in there just to get him game time, and they kind of let him heal just get ready for the playoffs, basically. Um, being that we are in week 9 already. DJ Moore, Coleman, Shakir, or Ingram flex. Hmm.
mm,
I am personally going to say DJ. Just because I don't like Ingram against the Eagles, they have linebackers that can run with him. And Coleman and Shakir, it's a flip a coin type deal. Which one's gonna have a good game? Should be on the same team. I'm gonna have to go with
yeah,
DJ.
yeah.
And DJ has been inconsistent, and everyone knows how we feel about Caleb Williams. I think he's shit. He sucks. But yeah, I gotta go DJ.
Yeah, going against Arizona's poor ass secondary too. Yeah, I
There's
would
no
go with
reason.
DJ.
Randy Wilson asked, best running back rest of the season. Derrick Henry. Question. No
Yeah,
question.
yeah. No, I second that.
D Wade.
He's fresher than he's ever been too.
Yeah.
Like he's not getting worn down constantly, just pounding the rock and the brick walls. Like they're using him finally, somewhat smart. We didn't do it last
Right.
week, but we use him. We're using him more to what fits his running
Yes.
style, his play style. So he's starting to gel with the offense. So I gotta go with Derrick Henry. Yeah, because
Yeah.
he's been playing really well. He's a home run hitter, that's for damn sure.
D Wade broke knees. That trade Reed for DK if Reed puts up another stinker. I mean, I trade Reed for DK right now. I don't give a damn what Reed does.
Yeah, DK's supposed to be back after their bye, so I would. I mean, DK is. I mean, he's DK. You know what I mean? DK is a monster. So yeah, I'd probably just trade for DK anyway.
Oh, here we go. I like this. But I think I have the answer already. Myers, Dobbs, or Pittman at the flex.
I think I'm gonna go with Pittman.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. This is a solid. This is probably the most even trade that I've seen. Someone asked us. Trade away Alvin Kamara to get Brees Hall. If it's a straight up trade, I'm taking Brees. I'm an Alvin Kamara guy, but Brees seemed like he has excelled more in this offense from Devontae getting there than it's hurt him, especially in the running game.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that. I mean, worst comes to worst, Aaron still can't complete a pass. He's still gonna dump it off to Brees, you know.
Right.
So yeah, I think both guys get a lot of volume, so I think it's kind of a almost like a little bit lopsided. Like it's, I mean, not lopsided, but it's almost kind of like an even trade. But Brees Hall definitely, he at least has youth, and he doesn't have the injuries, the nagging injuries that Kamara gets. So
Right. Yep. I agree with that 100%. That's a good take. I like that a lot. All right. D Wade broke knees asked, sell or hold on to dude, that name is hilarious.
that name kills me. Oh
That name's
God.
that's a W name. Um All right, so he asked to sell or hold on to Dobbins, J.K. Dobbins. I'm holding on to him, honestly, unless you get a big offer for someone. And I'm trying to be realistic here. I don't even know who. And another thing, it boils down to what your roster is as well. I'm holding Dobbins just because the Chargers want to run the ball, and that's what they do every week. They don't give a damn. And I gotta rock with JK.
I
Yeah,
agree.
Matt, no problem, brother. I appreciate your question, man. Hopefully it helps you out. I would definitely make that trade. Couple other questions. Jeremiah. He asked Njoku or K Dotton.
Oh, I don't, man. They're both gonna see a lot of targets, I think.
Yep. No matter what. D Wade break knees. Appreciate you, brother. Enjoy your night as well. um,
Every time, every time I read his name, dude, it just kills me.
Nick, I see your comment,
Shit.
brother. I'll get to it. We're covering a couple other ones right before you. Njoku or Keaton? Damn.
Oh, is this the same question?
Yeah, we didn't answer it.
Yeah, I honestly, I truly believe that I would
I think
probably go with K. Dotton
that's what I'm saying
just
too. I was just
because.
about to say the same thing. Because let's be honest, Baker wants to sling the ball, and that's what he's been doing.
Yeah, and Jameis should have thrown at least 4 picks last week. So I don't know what you're gonna get from him this week. I hope he plays really well. I do. I'm a Jameis guy, but as far as like consistency and playing really well, Baker Mayfield's been still slinging that thing without Evans and Godwin. So the only person that is really going to benefit from that primarily is Cade Otton. So I would roll with Cade.
Yeah, I agree. Fabs asked Nick Chubb or Taysom Hill at the flex. Nick Chubb. That's not even a question.
Chubb. Yeah, get my man Chubb.
Nick asked Worthy or Stevenson or Ramondre? Hmm.
Worthy or Stevenson?
Yeah,
I might go with Stevenson on this one.
that's what I was thinking too. Because as electric as Worthy is, it doesn't seem like they really incorporate him in the offense unless it's a bomb down the field, and they haven't really been hitting them.
Yeah, the Chiefs offense right now, passing game has been just really
It's been
out of
abysmal.
sync, man. Like I mean, really out of sync. I don't know what the hell's going on over there in KC, but as long as they got that defense playing like that and the rest bailing them out, dude, they're gonna keep winning. So, I I would personally, I wouldn't start Worthy.
My man Chase asked start Bo Nix or Kyler Murray.
Son of a bitch.
Man,
Dude, I almost want to say start Bo Nix.
I that's where I'm at honestly. The Ravens are in the bottom tier of the passing. in
We
the
are
league.
32nd. We give up the most passing yards to any opposing quarterback.
There you go. I'm gonna go Bo Nix.
Yeah, as much
I
as it
know.
pains me to say, I would go Bo
Yeah,
Nix.
I was just about to say. I know it's gonna pain you to say it, but yeah,
This is the
Bo
one
Nix.
time I hope we're wrong.
Yeah, hey, that's fair. It's your team. Or how about we do this? How about we do this? The Ravens jump out to like a 45-point lead, and Bo Nix goes crazy, and the game ends 45-30.
I'm still not going to be happy about it, but yeah, that's pretty much what we've done all season, though, so that makes
Right.
sense. Yeah, that
Right.
makes sense. Yeah, I would go with Bo Nix, man. Kyler's just so damn up and down. He has all the talent in the world, but one minute he looks like a Pro Bowl quarterback, and the next minute he looks like Kenny Pickett. So, I mean, I would roll with Bo Nix.
All right, Jacob asked again. He's been rocking with us for a lot of the stream, actually. He said, opinion on a change rest of the season. A change as in what, Jacob? Like for your team, for like a change in the NFL. Give us a little bit more detail, and I'll dive right back into it once you give me more detail. User 66 asks, who do I start in the flex? Dobbins, Tracy Jr., or D Hop? If it's PPR, D Hop. If it's not PPR, Tracy Jr.
Yep. I'm on the Tracy bandwagon.
Me too. It could bite us in the ass.
Yeah, it could. Probably will.
Here we go again. This could bite us in the ass too. Should I start Myers or Pittman? Pittman.
Yeah,
We've been saying Pittman.
we're on a
We've
roll
been saying
now, dude.
Pittman, yeah.
We've been shooting down Olave all night, but we've been freaking pounding the table for Pittman. So hopefully,
Matt Holton asked Thomas Jr. if he can go, or Ladd, McConkey, or Josh Downs.
ooh, damn. Okay, all right. This one's a little tougher.
I'm on the Thomas Jr. train, but this is making me really, really think and question where I want to go. Because Ladd's been playing damn good.
Yeah, Ladd's been playing really good.
And it's very clear that Justin Herbert loves Ladd McConkey. Josh Downs he's been playing well too, man. Like
He has. Yeah, he's been playing really freaking good. All three of them guys have been playing really well. I'll say the Chargers are getting Quentin Johnston back this week, and they're also activating DJ Chark off of IR, which could help, could hurt Ladd McConkey, you know. But I think he's still gonna get his.
you know what I'm gonna read you a stat, and maybe it'll persuade you. It just persuaded me. Josh Downs is averaging 9 targets a game.
Yeah, dude, he has been lighting it up.
I'm gonna go down.
Minnesota's defense has been having some issues too, man.
Yeah.
So I would go with Josh Downs, dude. I mean, I like all three of these guys a lot, and I think they all three of them have a shit ton of potential. But out of these three, I think that probably give Josh Downs the edge.
And it plays right into if the Vikings jump out early, we're gonna have to throw the ball. So it plays right into that. And that's what I foresee happening in the game. Jacob asked, opinion on a change. Oh, a chain the rest of the season. Okay. I see what you're saying now. With Tua healthy, A Chain's a great person to have. With Tua not healthy, I mean, no one on that team's worth having. That's kind of.
I agree with that. I feel like having Tua controlling the offense and stuff, it keeps defenses more on their toes and stacking the box as much against A Chain, and I mean, even I still don't know how you don't complete the ball to Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle, but that's a completely different story. But yeah, I think A Chain still is just he's explosive. He's a home run hitter. He's very talented. I think as long as Tua's healthy and the offense starts clicking again, I think A-Chain's still going to be a very good running back in fantasy
Yep.
purposes and obviously real life.
Right. Absolutely. Bobby Severino asked, pick two, Waddle, Myers, or Pittman.
Waddle
For
and
me,
Pittman.
Waddle and Pittman. Apparently, we're on the Pittman train this week. God, Pittman, please go
Yeah,
off,
don't
bro.
lay an egg, dude. Don't lay an egg.
Chase asked another question. Start Mark Andrews or Evan Ingram?
Mark's been heating up.
Mark has been heating up big time. But Evan Ingram has been absolutely insane since he came back.
Yeah. Yeah, Evan Ingram's been balling.
I mean, he's putting up like Tyreek Hill, Kansas City Chiefs numbers. I'm gonna go with Ingram, just because T Law is like, screw it. Evan Ingram's down there somewhere and just rifles it.
Yep.
I
Yeah,
love,
yeah. I'm also
I
going to go with Ingram.
love, I love Andrews. Big fan. There's just so many weapons in the offense. It's insane. I got to go Evan Ingram. Brian asked Marvin Harrison Jr. or Calvin Ridley.
Um,
I'm going Marvin Harrison Jr. I'm doing it.
I would go with Marvin Harrison Jr. Yeah.
Matt, yeah, appreciate the ask question, man. Matt said that he was leaning on Downs as well, and he said that our comments cemented him into the Downs position. So perfect.
Oh yeah, sweet.
Christopher 84 asks Hawkinson or Ferguson.
Ooh.
I don't trust a damn person on that Cowboys team.
I don't either, dude. Yeah, Ferguson, he's had some pretty surprising drops here and there where you're just like, dude, what?
But Hawkinson's is a tough reach as well. I mean,
yeah, coming off an injury.
I gotta lean on Hawkinson though, just because the Dallas Cowboys defense looks like shit.
That is true. Yeah. Mm, yeah, I'd go with Hawk.
Christopher, we appreciate the follow. This dude's name, I'm over here cracking up. He followed us as well. Baby Gronk ball sack. We appreciate the follow.
Maybe Gronk ball sack.
We appreciate the follow, man. We've had some good names in here tonight. All right, so that wraps up the questions real quick. Give us a couple minutes. We're going to run through a couple more of these. We'll get back to the questions after. So we're leaning on, we're both going Dolphins +7 against the Bills. We think that it could be a close game. This is barring Tua being knocked out unconscious again. And I'm not saying that in a bad way. I love Tua. I'm a Bama fan. Steven's a Bama fan. We want Tua to succeed. And the offense just doesn't exist if he's not there, which doesn't make sense. But that's where we're at with that game. Chargers and Browns. I see this Chargers and Browns game being just like the Chargers and Arizona Cardinals game that was on Monday night that you had to pay money to watch. Don't turn it on your TV. You're going to be very disappointed and pissed off. It's going to be a very boring game. But I think the Chargers win this game. Any thoughts on that game?
I'm with you. I think the Chargers win that game. I think we just talked about a minute ago with DJ Chark being activated and them getting back Quentin Johnston. I think that this is the healthiest that they've been since like week 2. So it's definitely nice to see for the Chargers. Hopefully they can finally hit the ground running. I mean, they played well last week, but it's been just really up and down for Justin Herbert and everything, and he's battled injuries of his own. So, by all intents and purposes, the Chargers should win this game. But I have been fooled before, just like last week. I want to say too, real quick, Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, he was placed on IR, but he has feeling in all of his extremities and everything, and he's doing fine. But he was placed on IR,
Good.
so he'll be out for at least 4 games. But shout out to him.
Feeling, yeah.
Yeah, he's an
scary.
excellent player.
Listen, we were on the phone, and I told you it gave me Ryan Shazier vibes. Like that was scary.
Yeah, when his head was moving and like nothing else was, I was like, oh no.
Well, shout out to Jeremiah. Glad he's doing, but he's not 100%, but glad he is okay. And he's a hell of a ball player, man. He really is.
He is very fun to watch, and he's very similar to Shazier, man. He's on the sideline, he's lightning,
Yeah.
So it sucks to see anybody go down, especially a young, up-and-coming player like JOK. So, yeah, hopefully he's back at some point this season, man. I'm glad that he's got feeling and everything, and it wasn't overly serious.
This isn't a star-studded question from Chase. Chase has been rocking with us a good bit too. Chase asked, start Worthy or Cedric Tillman?
Oh, damn. Curveball.
Yeah.
Cedric Tillman low-key has been playing really well.
The last 2 weeks, I'm going to have to go Tillman. Just because we mentioned it with Worthy before, it just seems like he's either to pitch the ball to him on an end around or something like that and hope he breaks it big, or they try to throw a bomb, and they just haven't been doing it. I'm going to have to go with Tillman. I mean, he was consistent 2 weeks ago against Cincinnati with 81 yards, and last week he had 99 yards and 2 touchdowns. I'm going to have to go Tillman in this. If those are your only options, I'm going to have to go Tillman.
Damn. I think I'm going to go with Worthy on this one.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go with Worthy on this one just because Tampa Bay is just so damn banged up going against the Chiefs. Damn.
That is true.
That one's tough, man, but Cedric Tillman has been playing really well these last 2 weeks. And Jameis, Jameis will sling that ball. He don't give a shit, dude. He's launching it. I think I'm going to go with Worthy, though. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with Worthy.
Matt Holton asked, drop Mason, but here's the kicker. He has Mixon, he has Bijan, Kamara, and Pacheco.
Damn.
I don't know how you have them running backs, but, I mean, yeah, drop him. Trade him. He says there's no backup quarterback. Trade him. There's got to be someone stupid enough to give you something for him.
Yeah, it'll depend on what quarterbacks are in that league. If you got that many running backs, there might be a good backup quarterback in free agency too. So, just as
a safety blanket. I mean, you may not need him because the bye weeks are starting to wrap up. But as a safety blanket, if your quarterback goes down, shit, I'd trade him. I mean, mixing Bijan and Kamara is ridiculous. And then you add Pacheco, who's coming back as well at the end of the season.
Yeah, Justin tough for fantasy playoffs, dude. Shit.
He said Winston and Cousins are available. Bro, go get Cousins. What are you doing?
Yeah, go get Kirk.
Get Kirk bussing, man.
Yeah, let's scoop up Kirk, man. Yeah, drop Mason, dude, because McCaffrey's supposed to be back soon. So.
All right, Derek asked, Goff, Tua, Carr, Geno, or Kirk. I don't know why you have a choice of 5 quarterbacks, but I'm I'm narrowed down already to Goff and Kirk.
Me too. Yeah, those are the two that I'm stuck on too. Yeah, because Gino without DK is just he just no.
Oh, Derek said that all these quarterbacks in free agency, bro. I want to be in your league. Message me on message me message me on TikTok and let me and Steven get in this league next year.
Right, dude. Holy shit. Yeah,
All
I'm
right,
with you, dude.
I'm gonna break it down to matchups. All right, so I'm at Kirk and Goff. You got Jared going against the Packers. Divisional game, tough matchup. Never mind, I just answered it for myself. Kirk Cousins against that dog shit Dallas Cowboys defense.
Yep.
After I looked, I was like, never mind. Oh, he said it's a random league he joins for fun. I hope that you're winning if all these guys are in the free agency. Baby Gronk's ball sack asked Brian, Brian Robinson Tracy. I can't with your name, bro. I can't.
I think Tracy, just because B-Rob's got that hamstring injury.
I can't with your name, bro. I gotta go.
He
Tracy
said
as
baby
well.
balls. All I think about is Deadpool whenever he gets split in half. He said, that's all I can think about. Oh, that's so funny, dude.
Chase, we appreciate the follow. Appreciate you rocking with us, man. Appreciate all the questions, brother. Oh my god, this dude's name is Baby Gronk's ballsack. Edgar asked Hubbard or Keenan Allen in the flex. Keenan Allen. Keenan Allen.
Yeah, I go with Keenan.
I like Chuba, but all right, my man Matt said that he picked up Kirk Cousins.
Nice. Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's solid. That's a solid pickup, bro.
Absolutely.
Colin asked Gino or Mayfield. Ooh.
That's a tough one. They're both in similar situations.
Geno's look like ass, man. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, he has not looked good, dude. Not having DK has been brutal for him. I roll with
Baby,
Baker. Wait, who's the Seahawks playing anyway?
Seahawks are playing the Rams. Yeah, I'm going Baker. They're gonna have to throw the
Yeah, I'd
ball
roll
against
with
the
Baker.
Chiefs. Let's be honest. You're gonna get the volume out of Baker. Baby Gronk. I'm not saying it again because I laugh my ass off every time I say it. Baby Gronk asked if there's any news on Brian Thomas.
Yeah, he has a chest injury. Let me check. Brian Thomas.
Looks like he's a game time decision.
So I apologize to anybody that tunes in our podcast on the weekends and it takes me a minute to search shit because I'm out in the middle of nowhere and don't have any cell phone service for work. So, uh, yeah, it says Thomas is limited in all three practices this week, making him a player to watch on the Sunday morning inactives. The Jaguars have also held back ETN. This is, as Peterson said, probably a true game time decision.
Okay. So kind of had to watch it tomorrow morning. Our Facebook page is in the bio of the TikTok profile. If you guys have Facebook, you can follow us there. I'm actually gonna open up a Twitter account because I know not everyone has Facebook, and eventually I want to open up a Discord that we put all this news into. But I will post on Facebook Brian Robinson's game designation tomorrow as I'm watching it when I'm really locking in the final of the bets, and that's where we post all the bets as well. We go over them here, but we also post them on the Facebook page just for people to see, and usually put them out an hour, half hour before kickoff, just so everyone knows. Colin asked, Saints defense or Vikings defense? I don't trust the Vikings defense. I got to go Saints defense against that Carolina Panthers abysmal offense.
Agreed.
Yeah, no problem, baby. Grunk, Spalsack. We appreciate your questions, man. And your name. We appreciate it too.
Dude, I think earlier I screwed up. Pretty sure we told somebody to start BTJ earlier.
We did tell them to start BTJ actually.
Yeah, that was early on in the podcast too. Damn, yeah, that completely slipped my mind that he had that chest injury. I didn't realize it was as bad as it is.
Well,
Hope
hopefully
they're
he
still
pays
watching.
attention.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're watching, pay attention to that game time decision, man. We apologize if he. Hopefully, you don't just take our word and you do a little research on your own. Honestly, we thought that maybe he was good to go, but clearly still an injury there. So hopefully he plays, and if you just set your line up and you don't plan on waking up till 4:00 afternoon. Well, if you actually listen, you hear me out. You have till 4:05 to get BTR out of your lineup. So, moving back over to the game coverage, we just covered the Chargers and Browns. We both were on the Chargers. The next game, the Commanders and the Giants. This game could be interesting. I know it doesn't look interesting on paper, but it just seems like the Giants get up and play these games. They look like they're a different team when it comes to these type of games. And we're talking about a divisional game. Divisional players or divisional teams always play each other well. I don't see there's any way that the Commanders could lose this game, personally. But it could be one of them fluke games. Jaden Daniels has a bad game. I mean, you never know. What's your outlook on this game? What do you see? Do you think the Giants have a chance in this game?
Man, it all falls on Daniel Jones, dude. Honestly, I think the Giants defense, especially with like Dexter Lawrence and them, they've played well enough to, for the most part, contain teams. Their secondary is a little shaky. Probably should have re-signed Xavier McKinney. But like they lock in, they get to the quarterback, and they play the run relatively well. Uh, so I think they have a chance, but this all falls on Daniel Jones, man. And I just don't have the faith in Daniel Jones. I think Tracy's going to do his thing, but when it comes down to actually winning the game, I don't think Daniel Jones will be able to get it done and be able to match point for point with Jaden Daniels. I don't.
I agree. Honestly, I agree 100%. And honestly, you got to think the Giants are coming off that loss against Pittsburgh, so they're kind of on like a quote unquote short week.
Yeah.
Philadelphia versus the Jaguars. I'm gonna keep 100 with you. The week that I said
a decent game.
yes, and the week that I said if Philadelphia doesn't cover the spread, they're banned. They have absolutely blown teams out since I said that. And I've bet on them the last 2 weeks. I've gave these picks out the last 2 weeks. They have won easily. They have won handily. It's in Philadelphia. No weather, any type of weather issues it's looking like. The Philadelphia Eagles are looking like the team that we expected them to look like. Yes, they're 5-2, but let's be honest. They're very close to being a 2-5 team. I mean,
Yeah, honestly.
The way the Eagles are playing the last 3 weeks, They struggled against the Browns, absolutely no doubt, but they found a way to win. They decimated the Giants and they destroyed the Bengals. The last 3 weeks, are we talking about the Eagles being a legit team right now, and the Eagles being potentially back in that? I'm not gonna say Super Bowl because I just I I I can't say that yet. But a legit contender going into the playoffs that teams might be worried and scared of.
I think it's a possibility.
I mean, they the past 2 weeks, Giants and Bengals, two teams that have been struggling, no doubt. They have looked like the team that we expected them to be. Would you agree with that?
Yeah.
Defense has been playing great. Offense is
Jalen's
clicking.
still a little rocky.
What's that?
Jalen's a little rocky still, you know.
Yeah. I mean, last week, he only had to throw the ball 20 times. He completed 16 of those passes. The week before, same thing. He only had the ball throw the ball 14 times. So obviously, I see a little recipe for success here is Saquon Barkley running wild on teams. What better team to do it than the Jaguars?
Yep.
What's your thoughts of this game? I mean, do you think this could be a close game? Do you think that the Eagles are too much for the Jaguars?
I think this will be a close game. I feel like every week we have the same conversation of what Trevor Lawrence will be getting this week, you know? And T-Law's been playing well, you know, as of late. He's been playing well. Bigsby's questionable. ETN, I don't think he's going to play. So that's something to look at. BTJ, obviously, we just talked about a minute ago. He's game time decision. On the other side of the ball, with the Eagles, Darius Slay's out. So,
Okay, big
I mean,
play Slay.
yeah, not having Darius Slay, that could be a big, I mean, just because that secondary is so damn young, you know,
Right.
and
Yeah.
they seem like they're starting to get in the groove, you know, like they really do. They seem like they're starting to get in the groove, and these younger guys are starting to really play like they need to play, like they need them to play. But I think I think when you take B-Rob out of it, I mean BTJ out of it, and you take potentially Bigsby and ETN, that's a lot for Trevor Lawrence to try and make up for, you know.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
I think the Eagles should end up winning this game.
Fun fact: the Steelers were ironing out a deal to get Christian Kirk, and it was a very reasonable chance that they were going to get Christian Kirk until he broke his collarbone last Sunday. So clearly, the Steelers are trying to get that receiver. I mean, this is going to sound messed up, but I'm glad they didn't get Christian Kirk. I don't want that bum. I'm sorry. Now, if they were talking about Gabe Davis, we might be talking about a little something different. But I think, I'm going to be honest, I think I might add the Eagles by a touchdown into this week's bet again. 7 points. Eagles. I think I might. I like it. The next game is, we kind of talked about it before we jumped on here, and we are very, very confused. The Arizona Cardinals are favored against the Chicago Bears. And neither of us can figure out why. Chicago obviously is the better team. Clearly. Top to bottom. On paper, on record. I mean, everything. I don't understand why the Cardinals are the favorite in this game. I think Kyler Murray's been so inconsistent. Caleb Williams has been inconsistent as well, but I mean, this team lost by a Hail Mary last week. Defense has been playing just how we expected the defense to play. It's amazing. I mean, what do you what do you? How do I want to word this? Do you do you see any chance of the Cardinals winning this game outright?
um, I think the Cardinals. I think they could, but Kyler Murray just needs to be like we talked about earlier, Pro Bowl Kyler Murray, and you got Kenny Pickett Kyler Murray. Like if he plays to his potential and he's spreading the ball around and he's getting Wilson and McBride and Marvin Harrison Jr. and James Conner's pounding the rock, dude, like the Cardinals offense could be pretty damn good, pretty damn well rounded. But you just week to week you don't know what you the one week Kyler Murray had like 85 rushing yards or something like that, and it's like what happened to that, dude? Like
Right.
he has that ability. He has the ability to extend plays with his legs. He has the ability to go and scramble. He has the ability to run RPOs. But for whatever reason, they just don't do it. I think if they did play their style of ball and play to their strengths, they could win, but I doubt that they do. You know what I mean? Because they haven't consistently up to this point in the season. So I think they could, but I just don't think it's likely.
I agree. I agree with that 100%. Yeah, I mean that's going to be one of the bets that is in this picks for this week is the Bears +2 cuz it doesn't make sense to me why they're the underdog. Um
Me
Another
neither.
game, the Rams and Seahawks. There's not much to say, man. DK's out. The Rams are getting ish, healthy-ish. Kyron Williams, somehow that dude has a magnet for the end zone. I feel like that dude scores every single week. Uh yeah, I don't know how the Seahawks are only or the I don't know how the Rams are only favored by 1.5 points. It's kind of wild to me. But they are, and that's the lock of the week right there for me, honestly. What's your thoughts on this game?
I'm with you. Yeah, the defense for the Seahawks has kind of underperformed. They've just been up and down all season. They've really underperformed. And when you look at that team, like they shouldn't, they have plenty of talent on that roster on the defensive side of the ball. But without having DK, that takes a huge portion of the offense out because that's the guy that Gino looks for every time. Like you have
Right.
Lockett, you have JSN, but DK is DK. You know what I mean? So I mean, once the game starts getting out of hand, they start getting away from Kenneth Walker too. So then
Yep.
they become one-dimensional, and they try to put it all on Geno, and Geno's just not that dude. And without DK Metcalf, he's really not that dude. So
I mean, you're not wrong.
honestly, yeah, and I hate to say it because I've really liked what the Seahawks been doing the last few years, but they're just handicapped by Geno and his abilities. So yeah, I got to go with the Rams in this one.
Yeah, couldn't agree more. The big one for this weekend: Detroit Lions and Packers. The big one.
I'm looking forward to that game.
I really am too, man. I really am.
I love both these teams, young teams,
Yeah,
man. They're
young
fun to
teams,
watch, dude.
both reeling. What? Before I even say anything, what do you foresee with this game, Lions Packers? What are you looking forward to?
Honestly, I'm looking forward to seeing Gibbs and Montgomery, man. They're just fun to watch. Just Montgomery. He's been running angry all season. He's just been running angry. He's just fun to watch. He's a hammer, dude. He's a bowling ball. He just bounces off people. Um, and Gibbs just lightning. I mean, he's just lightning. The passing game, the running game. He's just the constant threat. And Jared Goff. I mean, he's just playing. He's just playing great football, dude. Like this offense is so in sync. They just everybody's just everybody's like the offensive line to the running backs to the receivers to the quarterback. They're all just playing. They're gelling so well, and they're just a well-oiled machine, man. And the defense, obviously losing Hutch was huge, but they're still doing their thing, man. They're still playing. Dan Campbell just gets the best out of his guys. So, um, on the other side of the ball, man, with the Packers, just another young up and coming team, dude. Jordan Love is banged up, which kind of sucks. It's a groin injury, so he probably won't be scrambling as much. I don't think it'll hinder him too much as far as throwing the ball, but I can see this really being a high scoring game on both teams, man. I really do.
I like that. I like that breakdown. And honestly, I can see it being a high scoring game as well. I just think that the Detroit Lions are going to be too much for the Packers.
Dude, they're playing really good ball right now.
And I think it's going to boil down to turnovers. That's kind of what I'm thinking. I think it's going to boil down to turnovers. If Jared Goff plays the way he's been playing, he doesn't turn the ball over. I think you're going to Jordan Love's been susceptible to some turnovers, some interceptions. So obviously you don't have that huge pass rush from the Detroit Lions, but I think Detroit minus 2.5 is the bet. So that's 3 games back to back to back. You got the Bears, the Rams, and the Lions. I just foresee the Lions just being too much for this Packers. And the way that their defense has been playing has been outstanding. The Lions. I mean, the safety play, the corner play, losing Hutch, obviously, like you mentioned. But, yeah, they don't have the pass rush, but other than that, they haven't missed a beat, man. I mean, they look good. They look damn good. And to be honest with you, let me ask you this. Is this a Detroit team we're talking about potential Super Bowl?
Honestly, I think so. I think Detroit's the best team in the NFC, personally.
I agree.
Yeah, I mean, I don't no disrespect to the Vikings. They've had a rough couple of weeks. And teams like Philly, that obviously are stacked to the gills, but just make stupid mistakes and shit. But I think
figure it out.
as far as coaching and just being a well-rounded team and having your quarterback and your abilities offensively and defensively, truthfully, I think Detroit is the best team in the NFC right now.
And to be honest with you, if we see another performance out of Philly like we did the last 2 weeks, I'm gonna start saying Philly. People better watch out for Philly. People better start really paying some respect to Philly because let's be honest, Philly gets rolling, man. They're gonna start, and if they get rolling now, this is the perfect time. They struggled, and they're still 5-2, but they get rolling now, bro. Look out! I mean, that team is stacked to the moon. But right now, I gotta say Detroit's the best team in the NFC, and I gotta put the Commanders in the top 3 teams in the NFC. The Commanders are rolling, man. They really are. And that's with a rookie quarterback that everyone's just waiting for him to crumble, and every week he shows out. And closing out the Sunday slate games, you got the Colts and the Vikings. Obviously, AR, guy that we really enjoy and we love, getting benched. Hopefully, he can learn from this. He can develop. Sit behind Joe, man. I mean, Joe's awesome. Joe's still slinging the damn thing. Learn from him. I mean, I don't hate the move, just for the fact that he's. I know he's not a rookie, but his rookie year got cut short, so he's still learning the game.
Yep.
And I don't hate the move. Honestly, I don't. He needs time to develop. He needs time to grow. And honestly, what better person to learn from than a Super Bowl winning quarterback that is still doing the damn thing? So I just wanted to touch base on that with AR being benched. That's your future, Indianapolis Colts fans. That is your future. And I think the future's high with him. He just needs time to develop. I don't know if you want to piggyback off of that, if you have something to say on it.
Yeah, we talked about Anthony Richardson coming out of Florida a few years ago, and Anthony Richardson obviously he has all the physical tools. He has everything you want. He's your prototypical quarterback. He does it all. The one thing we talked about was he's just raw. That's all he is. He's raw, and he needs to him and Jaden Daniels and them kind of them guys that are they think that they're indestructible because in college they're faster and bigger than everybody else, but in the NFL you're not. Everybody's as big as you and they're as fast as you and they hit twice as hard. So it's just taking care of your body, man. It's all about longevity, you know. I think Anthony Richardson has unbelievable potential. He has a cannon for an arm, obviously. That can't be understated, but his ability to scramble, just his physical tools alone, he's special. But he needs to learn the mental aspect of the game, learn how to read defenses, learn how to go through his progressions and all that stuff. And I think that he has the potential to do that. And we talked about it when he was coming out. He's going to be a top pick based off of his physical attributes, but he needs to sit. He needs to
Yeah.
sit, and this hopefully he takes this on the chin and he's like, you know what, you're right. Like, I'm going to be a professional about this. I'm going to sit. I'm going to learn under Joe, sit on a learning tree, and just see how it's done, man. He's 22 years old, I think. He's young. He's still got
Yeah,
plenty of
he's young as
time.
hell.
Colts fans can't be getting discouraged. Oh, he's a bust. He sucks. I don't know why we drafted him. No, he's still, dude. He's young. He's young. He's physically gifted. I think this could be very beneficial to him if he goes about this the right way. If he actually sits down and
Yes.
learns, and he goes about it the right way, this could be really big for him because they have weapons. The Colts do. They're a very young team,
And they
and I
still have
think
Jonathan
it
Taylor
benefits
at
him.
the backfield.
Yes, I think it benefits him to sit. Then you got your back. You got Michael Pittman. Jelani Woods will be back next year. Like, I think it. I don't know. I think it's going to be very beneficial to him as long as he goes about it the right way.
Absolutely. Couldn't agree more. As far as the game goes, I think the Vikings -5.5. This is their bounce back game. It's a good spot to be in. Playing against a Colts team that's kind of floundering, to say the least. And I think the Vikings really they get back on their high horse and start rolling again. And I just want to say this for Vikings fans that are saying to trade Sam Darnold. Y'all are dumb. But I'm just gonna say it. Sam Darnold has been absolutely outstanding. And honestly, the way rookie quarterbacks have played, I'm not going to say J.J. McCarthy would be in the position that the Vikings are in right now if he was at the quarterback's position. That's ignorant to say. But, I mean, let's be honest. All the quarterbacks this year have been pretty lackluster. And the Vikings are in a great spot. They're in a great spot. They lost two tough games. It's not like they got blown out by 50 points. They lost two tough games. And I think this is where they get back. They get right here against the Colts. Where you at with this game?
I agree with you. I really do. I don't. You never know what you're gonna get with old man Joe. You know what I mean? And having JT back and stuff, you don't know what you're gonna get. But I'm with you, dude. The whispers about Sam Darnold and all this other stuff, I don't get it. He played well the week prior when they lost, and he played well last week. They just lost.
Yeah,
That's part of the game, dude. I mean, you weren't gonna go. The likelihood of going
17-0.
undefeated in a season, like, come on, you know,
Unless you're the Chiefs.
unless you're the Chiefs, but you gotta, where I'm going with that. But yeah, like, dude, you can't. Yeah, you can't. But seriously though, man, you can't expect every week that your team's going to win. I know that as much as we want that to happen, trust me, I wish we won every week. Trust me. But
Yeah.
the reality is the Vikings are Sam Darnold's playing well. He's playing very well. He's honestly been one of the better quarterbacks in the league all season.
I'm going to say
Um,
this. He's playing better than Andy Dalton and Bryce Young in Carolina. He's playing better
he's
than
playing better than
Aaron
Patrick Mahomes.
Rodgers. He's playing better than Aaron Rodgers in the Jets. I
Yeah,
mean,
he's playing
uh,
good ball, man. He's exceeded expectations. Anything you got out of Sam Darnold this season is a positive, just because you lost your rookie quarterback. Kirk Cousins left, like so on and so forth. Sam Darnold has played really well, and nobody was sweating the Vikings at the beginning of the year. I know I wasn't, and they're still chugging along, man. I think you're right. I think it's their get right game. I think they beat Indy, and just keep moving forward.
All right. Final game. I don't have much to say, man. We've touched base on the Buccaneers a lot today. Chiefs Buccaneers. The Buccaneers are hurt bad, man. They're hurt bad. But Baker has no quit in him. He has no quit, and it shows. I think in any spectrum or light year do the Chiefs lose this game. I think they keep moving. I know you hate even thinking about the Chiefs, but what's your thoughts on this game?
No, no, I'm just glad it's a. You said it's a Monday night game.
Yep, ain't got to
Yeah,
worry
that's
about
good.
it.
Good to go to bed early. Yeah, that's good. I don't get
Yes,
to stay up
sir.
and watch football. Uh, no, the Chiefs, the Chiefs they're gonna win this game. I mean, I don't have any doubts. You know, I mean, like you said, the Bucks are just they're so banged on. It's really unfortunate because the Bucks were really humming this year and they started off really good, and just the injury to Mike Evans, the preventable injury to Chris Godwin, and just down the line they just been banged up, which is unfortunate. But like Brandon said, though, Baker Mayfield has no quit in him. He's still out there. He's still slinging the ball. He's trying his best to win them games. And I mean, I would love to see the Chiefs get upset by the
Absolutely,
Buccaneers.
by an absolutely dismantled Buccaneers team. But
Yeah, I would, but
very
I don't see
unlikely.
it happening.
Yeah, I agree. I agree 100%. We have a question. Travis Kelsey or Sutton for Week 9 flex? I'm gonna be honest. I gotta get Travis Kelsey.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go Kelsey.
All right.
Yeah, I'll go with Kelsey.
Well, this has been a awesome, awesome podcast. I mean, it's been a long-winded one, but man, the questions, the comments, the people's names. This has been a good one. Before closing comments, we're gonna throw out the bets real quick. We are going to go. Let me see here. We're gonna go to the Eagles -7. We're going to go the Bears +2. We're going the Rams -1.5. We're going the Lions -2.5. And potentially a Vikings -5.5, but I want to see some things if I put that out there. But yeah, Steven, closing thoughts.
I just want to say I appreciate you guys once again for tuning in this week. We really appreciate it. We appreciate the questions and you guys taking the time out of your day to just kind of listen to us shoot the shit about football and whatnot, and we just appreciate it, man. The subscriptions and everything. So thank you guys. Wish the best of luck to you guys in fantasy. I hope I don't let you down. Hopefully Michael Pittman has a big day. So thank you guys. I appreciate it.
Yeah, Steven said it. We appreciate you guys. We say it every week. Thank you for all the followers, all the people that tuned in. Gave the bets out. I'll post them on the Facebook. I'll post them on TikTok. Let's have ourselves a week, man. We had a rough week last week. Some really heartbreaking, disgusting losses last week. But hey, that's part of it. I'm going to go eat my dinner that was brought an hour ago by my wonderful wife. She's the GOAT. Shout out to Terry. But yeah, if you don't have anything else, I don't have anything else. It's been fun. Appreciate it. Appreciate everyone. And once again, as always, we are BS Draftcast because we're Brandon and Steven.